Yan, may pumapasok. Yan. So, next transaction, June 13. Sold merchandise on account worth 240,000 for 25% markup. Terms 210 net 30 FOB destination. So, dito naman sinabi markup. So, when you say markup, you multiply the percentage markup on the cost. So, hindi niya na i-gross up yung cost of merchandise nyo. I-multiply nyo lang directly 25% sa cost nyo. Okay? So, how much? What is your entry debit under perpetual?
Accounts receivable, ma'am.
Yeah, debit accounts receivable and credit.
Sales revenue.
Kasi on account. Sales revenue. How much? How much yung selling price?
I-multiply lang, ma'am, ang 25% sa 240.
Yes. So,
60,000.
yun yung
60,000.
profit nyo. But, i-add
So, i-minus pa siya, ma'am. Or
i-add
i-add.
nyo.
Okay.
Yan, 300,000.
100,000.
Kasi, magkano yun? 240,000.
Plus 60.
I-ano natin? Para mag-gets nyo yung formula. Times 0.25. 60,000 plus yung cost nyo, markup on cost, 240,000. Ay, mali. Yan. 24,000 ang lalagay ko. So, debit accounts receivable because it's on account, 300,000. Credit sales revenue, 300,000. Sold merchandise on account, 210 net 30 FOB destination. And what is your next entry under perpetual? Kasi perpetual, you have to update your cost of goods sold. So, your cost of goods sold, how much? Debit. Magkano yung ilalagay dito? Yan, 240,000. So, to record cost of merchandise inventory sold at 25% markup. Yan. So, under periodic, what is your entry? Debit?
Receivables, ma'am.
So, same lang dito. Same dito, except no entry for COGS. Cost of goods sold. Yan. Okay. So, done na tayo sa June 13. Next is June 14. Paid freight on sale of June 13, 14,400. So, since seller ka, ang terms is FOB destination, you are responsible for the delivery charges. If FOB destination, the seller is responsible to pay the delivery charges. So what is your entry on June 14 for the payment? Debit?
Freight expense.
Yeah, debit freight out or delivery expense, 14,400. Credit, cash, 14,400. Kasi simple payment. So, pag binayaran mo ng cash, credit cash. Paid freight on sale of June 13. Yan. So, under periodic, what is your entry?
Merchandise inventory, ma'am.
Di ba periodic? Periodic wala kang merchandise inventory account. At year-end mo pa malalaman. So, what is your debit again? The same, di ba? Expense mo yan as a seller. So, you will pay the delivery expense. So, you will recognize delivery expense amounting to 14,400. If you are the buyer, under perpetual, pag bumili ka, debit inventory, merchandise inventory, credit cash. If under periodic, you are the buyer, debit freight in, credit cash. And freight in, it will be added to your purchases later on for computation of cost of goods sold. And ending inventory. Okay, remember, pag seller ka, ikaw nag-sell, ikaw nagbayad ng delivery, in your books, the charge is delivery expense or freight out or transportation out, ganun. Yun, isa lang yun ang meaning nun. Transportation out, freight out, delivery expense. Remember, marirefer nyo yan sa lecture notes na binigay ko sa inyo. Yung lecture nyo, aralin nyo lang doon. Okay? So, tapos na tayo on June 14. Next is June 20, paid the amount due of the purchase of June 7. So, ang purchase niya ng June 7 is 96,000 terms 210 net 30 FOB destination. So, 210 net 30. Count nyo kung within discount period ba siya. So, 7,
No
8,
discount, ma'am.
9, 10. Okay, 14 days na siya. So, no discount. So, normal payment lang. Normal payment of the amount due. Check nyo kung may ni-return ba kayo. Wala naman. Wala naman minention dito na nag-return kayo ng inventory relative to your purchase on June 7. Wala, di ba? Yung June 3 lang returned.
Yes, ma'am.
So, wala. Yan. So, ang entry nyo, what is your entry? What is your debit?
Accounts payable.
Yeah, upon payment, i-debit nyo lang yung accounts payable, tatanggalin nyo na yung liability nyo kasi babayaran nyo na siya. Tatanggalin nyo na yung utang nyo kasi babayaran nyo na siya, full amount, 96,000. And credit? Cash. 96,000. Full amount kasi no discount. Nag-lapse na yung 10 days na discount sa inyo. So, paid the amount due on the purchase of June 7. Then, no discount. Then, under periodic inventory system, what is your entry?
Same lang, ma'am.
Same lang. Okay? So, done na tayo sa 20. And then 21, 48,000 worth of the goods sold on June 13 were returned for credit. So ito naman, ikaw ang nagbenta ng product. So you sold products on June 13, yan, sold merchandise on account, and then your buyer returned 48,000 worth of goods sold on June 13 for credit. So, binalik sa'yo ngayon yung merchandise inventory. Under perpetual inventory system, what is your entry? Debit? Remember
Sales
the accounts? Yeah. Sales returns and allowances. Huwag kayo malito ha. Pag seller kayo, gamitin nyo sales. Pag buyer kayo, gamitin nyo purchase. Okay? So, alalahanin nyo lang yan. Debit, sales returns and allowances. Credit, ano yung credit nyo? How much?
Accounts receivable.
48,000.
Accounts receivable. Remember, if you hindi yung cost ng inventory, when you talk about sales, gamitin nyo yung selling price, hindi cost ng inventory. So, magkano yung sales returns, including the profit. So, how much you will deduct from your receivable from your client.
48, ma'am?
Hindi, 48 yung cost ng goods. 48,000 yung worth ng inventory. So remember, June 13, your markup is 25,000. 25%. So you gross up this 48,000. You include the 25% markup. How much yung amount?
252,000.
$192, ma'am?
1,000 po, ma'am.
Ha? Magkano?
60,000 po, ma'am.
60,000. Remember, yung cost ng inventory nyo is 48,000. When you sold it, magkano yung profit? Ay, yung markup, 48,000 times 0.25. May 12,000 kayong additional na profit. So, tatanggalin nyo ngayon sa receivable from your client kasi binalik niya sa inyo eh. So, i-add nyo yung markup sa cost ng inventory, which is 48,000. So, 48,000 times 25%, 12,000 plus 48,000, 60,000. Okay? Clear? So, 48,000. Yan yung may shortcut formula para makuha yung selling price pag markup ang ginamit. Multiply nyo lang siya by 1.25. 1 plus 25%. Okay? Pag markup ang ginamit. Pag margin, iba naman yun. I-gross up nyo. I-gross up nyo yung 48,000 divided by 0.75. 64,000 naman ang selling price nyo. Okay? So, sold, ano to? June 21 to record sales returns of goods sold on June 13. And then, the follow-up entry under perpetual debit.
Merchandise inventory.
Yes, merchandise inventory kasi binalik sa inyo eh. So, madadagdagan yung merchandise inventory account nyo. I-record nyo ulit. Credit,
Cost of goods sold.
cost of goods sold. Kasi, i-reverse nyo yung cost of goods sold na ni-record nyo upon sale. So, ito naman, yung cost ng inventory lang. So, given sa problem, 48,000. Okay? Nagets nyo na ngayon? Pag babawasan nyo
Yes,
yung
ma'am.
receivable, including selling price. Pag record nyo sa inventory, excluding selling price. Yung cost lang. Okay? Yan, same lang. So mamaya, if you post these transactions to your ledger, makikita nyo, June 13, yan. Accounts receivable, 300,000. Cost of goods sold, 240,000. And then, babawasan nyo yung return kasi ni-reverse nyo. Yan. Under naman sa periodic, ano yung entry nyo? Same lang? Same lang, except no entry for COGS. Okay? Clear? Nagigets nyo ba? Pag may question kayo, tanungin nyo na para, or kung gusto nyo ulitin ko yung explanation, yung nagets, mauulit natin para hindi kayo malito later on. Clear naman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yan.
Medyo naguguluhan lang sa computation.
Dalawa lang naman yun eh. Markup on cost, yun lang yung lagi nyong tandaan. Markup on cost. Margin on selling price. So, yung percentage, i-multiply mo yung markup sa cost. Yung percentage ng profit, multiply nyo sa selling price. Yun lang yung lagi nyong tandaan. Sa computation ng profit. Yes?
Ma'am, yung ano po ibig sabihin ng markup and yung margin po yun?
Yung markup, yun yung tubo nyo yung tubo nyo. Magkano nyo binenta, yun yung selling price. Magkano yung cost ng product na binili nyo, yun yung cost of goods sold. Tapos yung difference ng selling price and the cost of goods sold, yun yung gross profit or gross margin nyo. Yung tubo nyo, basically tubo, yun.
Okay, ma'am.
Yan. Okay, so next transaction, June 22. Receive the amount due on sale of June 13. So, you sold on June 13, sold merchandise on account worth 240,000. Yan. So, binayaran na daw kayo. First, you check if may discount. Meron ba?
Meron, ma'am.
Meron?
Meron, ma'am.
So, what is your entry
Attached.
pag may discount? Binayaran ka na daw ng client mo. Debit?
Cash.
Yan. Debit cash, magkano?
35, 200.
Remember yung entry nyo ng June 13 is debit, accounts receivable, 300,000, credit sales revenue, 300,000. So, binayaran na daw kayo. Check nyo kung may discount and if may return. So, I think may return din. Wala pala. Ay, may return. So, magkano na lang yung cash nyo na marireceive? So, balikan nyo, 300,000 yung initial accounts receivable nyo, di ba? Tapos on June 21, nagbalik siya ng 60,000. So, na-deduct yung receivable nyo by 60,000. So, 300,000 minus 60,000, yun yung amount ng receivable nyo na lang. Net receivable. So, you credit accounts receivable kasi binayaran ka na. So, yan. Your receivable on June 13 was 300,000 minus return 60,000. 240,000 credit for your accounts receivable. And then debit cash, the difference between the accounts receivable and the cash received, what is your account? What account you should use? Anong account gagamitin nyo para sa discount? Hmm? Ano?
Sales discount.
Sales discount.
Sales discount.
Remember, pag sa sales, parehas lang. Hindi gagamitan ng inventory. Okay? So, under periodic, may sales discount, sales returns and allowances account ka. Wala ka lang purchase returns and allowances, and purchase discount, and freight in. Wala ka nun under perpetual. But when it comes to sale, meron ka pa ring sales returns and allowances, and sales discount. So, how much is the discount? So, ngayon, 240,000 times 0.02. Yun yung discount mo. Okay? So, the difference between the accounts receivable and the discount, ito lang yung na-receive nyo from client. Tama ba yung ginawa? Yan, 4,800 yung discount nyo. And then your net cash inflow or magkano ang binayaran sa inyo, 235,200. Okay? So here, received. Huwag niyong kalimutan ha. Pag sinabing binayaran kayo, huwag niyong kalimutan i-work back niyo yung problem kung may return kayo. I-check niyo pag may discount. Okay? Receive the amount due on sale of June 13. So, under periodic, ano yung entry?
Same lang.
Same.
Same lang, ma'am.
Same. Sa purchase lang kayo, magkaiba. Okay? So, done na tayo sa June 22. June 25, receive the amount due on sale of June 10. So, remember, June 10, sold merchandise on account at 20% margin or gross profit rate on inventory costing 230,400. Yan. Check nyo, may discount pa ba or wala na? May discount?
Wala na, ma'am.
Wala. Ilang days na nag-lapse?
15 days.
15, yan. So, hindi ka napasok sa 210. 2% discount if within 10 days you paid. Remember, di ba, doon sa credit terms na discuss natin last week, 210 means 2% if paid within 10 days. So, since you paid 15 days after, the discount lapsed. So, walay na discount. Okay, so what is your entry under perpetual inventory system? Debit? Binayaran ka daw.
Cash, ma'am.
Cash. So, chinek natin, wala namang return under June 10. Wala namang binanggit na June 10 na return, so wala. Okay, debit, cash, credit,
Accounts receivable.
accounts receivable. How much? Magkano yung entry nyo by June 13? June 10? 200?
230 per 100, ma'am.
Hindi, yung receivable nyo is 288, di ba? So, ito yung i-reverse nyo. Hindi yung inventory. Basta sale, when sale is involved, the accounts involved are accounts receivable and sales revenue. So, you use this gross amount. So, tatanggalin nyo na yung receivable nyo from client, 288,000. Kasi babayaran na kayo. Yan. So, your entry is debit cash, credit accounts receivable. Normal collection of AR. So, for the periodic inventory system, what is your entry? What is your entry?
Same lang, ma'am.
Same lang. And then, next transaction, June 29. Paid rent for the administration building for June 19,200. So, what is your entry? Normal.
Rent expense.
Debit rent expense. So, expense na siya right away kasi 1 month lang naman. Credit, cash kasi nagbayad ka. Okay? So, paid rent for the month of June. Magkano daw? 19,200. So, same lang sa periodic, wala namang ano. Okay? So, next is paid rent for the administration, hindi. Paid sales salaries of 57,600 for June. Debit. Binayaran daw niya yung salaries. Ano yung debit?
Salaries expense.
Salaries expense.
Salaries expense. Credit.
Cash.
Cash. Okay, same lang din sa ano. Same lang din for, ay mali. For periodic, kasi magkakaiba lang kayo sa purchase and treatment of inventory. Okay, so last transaction, purchased merchandise on account, 48,000, terms 210, net 30, FOB destination. What is your entry under perpetual inventory system? Debit,
Merchandise.
merchandise, inventory, 48,000. Credit on account,
Accounts payable.
accounts payable. And then purchase merchandise on account, 210, net 30, FOB destination. Okay, so under periodic, what is your entry?
Purchases.
Same lang, except debit purchases. So ito yung journal entries nyo. Okay? Basta alalahanin nyo lang, under perpetual, walang purchase returns, purchase discount and allowance, and return. Under periodic, may purchases, may purchase discounts, may purchase returns and allowances. Pag may binili kayo, you debit merchandise inventory under perpetual and purchases under periodic. So, pag i-post nyo yung transaction, five minutes na lang. Gusto nyo mag-restart tayo? Break muna 10 minutes, tapos i-discuss natin kung parehas ba sila. Parehas yung ending balances.
Yes, ma'am.
Sige. 7 na ba dyan? Anong oras dyan? So, after 10 minutes, i-recap natin. Tapos, i-compare natin if tama ba yung ending inventories and the computation of cost of goods sold for both methods. Okay?